I fell in love with every person and every place we were in that country. I just like connected with the people, the places we stayed, like the beauty of Honduras itself, the mountains everywhere. Like, it's just a beautiful place with beautiful people.
I find, very easy to bring a smile to their faces, especially the children. But we've seen, just giving a lollipop to a little boy, and we've watched him, Eduardo, where he takes his lollipop, he takes a lick, and he shares a lick,
It's probably the best feeling in the world when you see a child who has close to nothing. You see their face light up just because you step off a bus. And when they run to you and just say, "Hi, I'm so glad you're here, let's go over there and do something." It's like, you can't get that feeling anywhere else in the world. You feel so loved and welcome and needed. And it's amazing.
We were just amazed at the children and what was going on and how happy they were. And they just had so little, but their faith was so strong, and they were just so excited to see us. And that was the first year we went, and the children just broke our hearts. We just didn't want to leave. We couldn't wait to get back there to see what more we could do for them.
One of the great things that I like about the kids is Honduras. It's a country where you can pick up a little boy, a little girl, put them on your shoulders, and walk around, and where you couldn't do that up here. Our culture is completely different. They're very trusting. They love the attention.
The way that they're living is heartbreaking, but they're still so happy. And the way that they just cling to you and they hug you with every ounce of strength they have. It's amazing that they can love that much.
I had just talked about Honduras with the person who cuts my hair. She had discussed it with somebody else when she was cutting their hair. Well, that somebody else was a school teacher in Haverhill, and she got my phone number and called me up and said, we're studying the shoe industry. If we collect flip-flops, would you bring them to Honduras? And for the last 2 years, they've done that. The first year they collected over 300 pair. So we went to the school, we showed the kids pictures of Honduras, and just asked for their help. If you could bring in $1 pair of flip-flops, what a difference that would make. After our next trip to Honduras, we went back to the school, and we showed them pictures of smiling kids holding their new flip-flops, of kids that couldn't afford shoes that were walking around bare feet, of adults in the same condition, and just let them know what was happening down there. And now this is a project that this school takes on every year. This year they just gave me about 250 more pair that will be going down in January. Teacher says we want to do this every year. They love it.
Okay, who laid cinder blocks last year?
You don't really have to be able to do anything. Just have a willingness to help any way you can and to try anything.
Oh. Okay, those of you who've laid cinder blocks, stand over here.
Okay. We've had people lay cinder blocks that have never laid a cinder block before in their life.
You thought I could only dance. Now I can lay blocks and I can point.
Block.
Ray gives them a couple lessons and off they go.
This is me pointing.
Yeah,
Sylvia pointing.
I'm pointing at him. And someone put cement.
She's filling in the void between each of the cement blocks.
I'm not a construction guy. If I'm asked what talents I bring, I still don't know. I'm still not sure. But I know that I care about the people that are down there. And I know that if someone needs something, I'm right there, help me, I'll help you do it. I'll help you, pull sand up to the second floor. I'll help you mix cement. I'll help you do whatever needs to be done.
Well, you may think that My biggest talent was masonry.
The plan is to get as much accomplished in a couple days here as we possibly can.
But my talent really wasn't masonry, it was compassion.
This is this lady here is our dancer, and she's quite a dancer, as you can tell. I'm not sure what this step is. I think this is the old dirt two-step, isn't it? Yeah.
So really what I brought was, what do you need? That's what I brought.
Yeah, baby.
I'm a body and I'm here and I'm available to bring you what you need.
We have Ray Dalton, who's a mason. He's a fantastic mason. He can slap up cinder blocks in no time, and he's been fantastic down there. But we've had other people who, when we first started there, we were just digging a foundation. We didn't even have anything to tamp the dirt with, but we found 2x4s, and we had people tamping dirt with 2x4s, just to fill in around the foundation. And we've had painting, we've done painting. You don't have to be a great painter. You're painting cinder blocks. They're rough to start with. It isn't like anybody's going to notice the finish.
But then there is people like me and my other friends that we go down, we sort clothes and play with the children, and it seems that everybody that comes down there finds their own little niche. You don't have to be told what to do. It's something will come out and speak to you. You'll find something to do.
That's the thing that we try to get across. We don't claim to say that we can paint, we can't dig, but we have found something to do, and if you go down, you can find something to do too.
You have to have a sense of humor. You have to have a willingness to sit in crowded buses that go over bumpy roads. You have to have a willingness to explore different types of food you may not be accustomed to. And you have to be adaptable. Most of all, you have to be adaptable. You have to be willing to go with the flow, and you have to be willing to open your heart. And I think opening your heart is a real skill.
I think about it all the time and about the wonderful people I met there, the kids, everything I can do to help.
She came back after her first trip. She went also her senior year and brought another student from Hingham High School to experience Honduras.
I got my high school involved. I had the student council and the Spanish club raise money. And even groups I didn't think were going to get involved did.
Amanda had positioned herself and served on student council, and the student council at Hingham High School always takes on some sort of charity project.
We ended up raising close to $4,000 for the school in Danley.
They came back after the first year and put out an appeal through the student government to collect blue jeans.
We did a jean drive, and so kids brought in their used clothes to donate, and we took them down with us when we went last year.
Because she realized the kids down there like blue jeans, and they know the designer blue jeans. They might be poor, but they know exactly what's what. And so they went out and put out an appeal, and we ended up collecting over 300 pairs of good used blue jeans in various sizes to take down the next year.
My Spanish is about as bad as you get.
¿Dónde está el baño?
Most of us don't speak Spanish. Some of us have been taking some lessons, but it's still very limited. And you can usually make yourself known, or there'll be somebody there that can interpret for you.
You speak from your heart. And they know. There's no doubt in their mind that my heart is in where they are. You just got to let your heart lead the way.
I'll be el maestro. Okay, I'll be here.